Welcome back, you guys, to Diamond Quality, here where we talk about how to not fall under the pressure of life and turn into that gem you're truly meant to be. Because whether you like it or not, you are a fucking crystal, okay? Now, this video, we are going to be talking about speaking up and being true to ourselves, because we are the change. And if anything is going to change, we have to start changing how we approach life, how we approach people, and how we stand up for ourselves. Because how we're doing it right now, I'm like, who is that? That's the bus picking up the kids. How we're doing it right now is not the way. It's not the way, all right? This bus driver is very sweet. She used to pick the kids up down the street. Now she comes straight to the front door. And I'm like, oh. And the other day she hung just one time. This time she like, let me wake them up. I love that, because we're doing it for the kids. You know what I'm saying? We're doing this for the kids. And us speaking up right now, today, is making a change, stopping those programs that were passed down, because we are living our lives for us, not for our parents, for us. And if we are the change, that's what I'm getting to, because by us changing these programs, letting these fucking programs go, we're not giving it to our kids. And then our kids are going to really set that shit in stone, because they're growing up. They're not going to be growing up with the blockages that we were passed down with, or the programs that we passed down with, because guess what? They still young. We ain't giving it to them, or we're stopping it before we really implement it. It's from the age, last trimester to the age of 7. And just because we're past 7 and we're older and we're in our 20s, 30s, 50s, whatever the fuck it is, before my father physically left this earth, he showed me that no matter your age, you can still change. He did it. He showed me. That opened my eyes. I had a false belief, an old program that I chose to hold on to back then, which was you can't teach old dogs new trick, or, older people, they're just stuck in their ways. I did believe that older people were stuck in their ways, but I don't believe that now. And what you believe is fucking true, okay? I'm trying to tell y'all, we are gods and goddesses. We create our reality. And when we're not conscious of the reality that we are creating, that is our subconscious, unconscious creating it for us. So until we make our unconscious conscious, we will call it faith, and keep experiencing the same reality over and over and over again. And a lot of people, I know y'all hear people that say, oh, that's coincidental, or, we got lucky, or I'm 1 in a million, and sometimes that's your unconscious and subconscious trying to show you something different, to show you, let go of that program. Whatever you were believing in is not true, and it ain't beneficial for you, because you're creating shit that's not beneficial for humanity. What we're creating right now in St. Louis, have love, have violence, hate, and we got to balance that shit out, because we're taking more of our people than we are loving more of our people. Our kids are seeing us be angry and yell and be mad and fight each other in ways that aren't healthy. And that's not how we love. That's not how you should love each other. Our parents did not have the best setup, did not have the best tools. And by us continuing to live our life how they want us to live it, means that we are creating what they created. If we're not living our lives for us, for ourselves, because it's our journey, our lives, we are all a different spirit. So it's a spiritual journey for each and every last one of us. And to have a spiritual journey is just to know your fucking spirit. That's it. It's not a religion. It's not, whatever you want to call it. But you are a spirit. You know it. You know it. You're an individual. And what is your spirit telling you? What is your spirit telling you to do? It's so important to understand what our parents went through, and why they went through what they went through, or just to connect with them, because that's unconditional love, right? But that also gives you the blueprint of what to start off to. I know a lot of us may be going around life just kind of floating and doing what they say we need to do, which just something that I need to bring up. How I said, slavery wasn't as how it is now as it was then, but it is still going on. But now it's just not with certain races or certain colors or whatever the case may be, because we are all I was doing the 9 to 5. They said we got to get a job. They said we got to go to school. We got to work that 9 to 5. What I'm learning right now is no. And some people do like that. Some people really do enjoy that stability, but that's not for everyone. And a lot of people are forced into that because their parents are like, you need to go to school. You need to work that 9 to 5. How you going to pay your bills? They're worried because of what was passed down to them. They couldn't take care of themselves. They had to struggle. They had to overcome. They had to work hard. We don't have to do that. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to worry. And we don't have to work hard for what we want. We just need to follow our passion. What did you go through as a child? What you were exposed to as a child is a blueprint of what you are meant to do physically on this fucking earth. We are here all for each other. As I'm going through this stuff, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I want to share it because I know that humanity has been going through this, still going through it, and I done found tools that are helpful to my life to find peace in the chaos. That's how you create peace. Like when we're sitting at home, and I don't know if y'all got the Ring app or not, but I had downloaded it when I first bought my house. And baby, okay, for one, I already heard gunshots, right? Just shooting, whatever the case may be. But then it's like on that fucking app, you just really see shit like breaking into cars and shooting, this person missing. Like, what? Now, I can tell you one good thing about that app. If your dog come up missing, they all finding your dogs and they tell your dogs. And it is a good, great community on there where they communicate with each other. But at the same time, it's just like, what's going outside in your backyard, in your front yard, where you are sleeping, where your kids are at? What is going on outside? Fucking violence. Like, we should be able to go out and have fun and stay out till 2 a.m. and not turn on the fucking news and hear about these people getting killed or these cars getting broken into. Like, why is it so much hurt and pain? Because that's what we're passing down. So much hurt and pain. To make the unconscious conscious, we got to start paying attention to our lives. We got to start paying attention to what we're exposed to as a kid. And then being mindful to make a decision if you want to keep living that life. And if you're happy with that life, because I know you're not happy with that life. The people that's out here shooting and hurting each other and fucking each other up, you are not happy. Baby, you are mad. I would be too. I was. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad anymore because I done found my spirit. I done found my voice. It took a minute for me to come to a realization of what I wanted to talk about on my podcast. And I knew I wanted to talk about anything that helps single parents. What first started my journey was me being a single mom and still getting done what I need to get done. That made me feel proud of myself. That made me talk good to myself. That made me feel better about the unconscious reality I had created for myself. And when I started finding my peace within and knowing like, okay, you still a boss bitch. Like, you're going through struggles, you're going through bullshit, but you're still a boss bitch. Like, don't forget that. That's the part that we got to hold on to for ourselves, for our spirit. The good parts of us, the light of us, the beauty in us, because we all have beauty that we need to share. That beauty is just not for us. Beauty is just is. It's just is. When stuff is beautiful, you ain't Some people do try, but you trying by all means. Bring that beauty out. It doesn't fucking matter. But we need to show more light to each other, because what we're showing is that dark side. And I had to learn how to let go of that, because I felt as if being here, raised in St. Louis, that I needed to show my darker side to get the point across. Don't fuck with me, right? But when we create these boundaries with conditions, we don't have to move like that. We don't have to be so hardcore, mean, and ready for war, like survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, it's hard to put the gun down. It's hard to not buck up. It's hard to not be paranoid and look at the next person like they're out to get you. When I had moved to a different state, that was opening up to my eyes too, that the whole world is not like St. Louis. Like, and the thing is, it's just like, as much as I can say the horrible shit that goes on here, I still love St. Louis. I still love 314 Day. You get what I'm saying? I love it. I love St. Louis. Like, it's a part of St. Louis that makes my heart feel great. But then it's the part where we're here, the people here, we know it's love here. We're still here, but we don't like something about it. And that's the fucking violence. That's the pain. That's the killing. That's the breaking in. And they're kids doing it. And it's kids doing it so fucking young, because what are they being shown? What are the parents, the grown-ups, the elderly? What are we showing them? We're showing them what was shown to us, and we're the change. We have to stop it. We have to upgrade these programs. They're all fake. The programs are not real. Like, when we go through life, our higher selves is trying to come down and tell us, okay, don't do this, don't do that. You know, like, trying to communicate with us, because we know when you're going through life and you make that decision that you know you did not want to make, or you regret making, because this is the thing, we're not supposed to regret shit, nothing. Everything should be a learning mistake. We make mistakes. We're supposed to make mistakes so we can grow. But where we go wrong is we beat ourselves up for these mistakes. We be holding shame on ourselves, like, you're a bad person, you did that. We don't let the shit go. Let it go and be better and grow from it. And when you start growing from it, you see that you're not stuck to those old programs. You're not stuck to those old programs. You are better than the programs that were given to you, because we know that we want to create a better life that was given to us. It's a baby squirrel dangling. It's a bird feed on my window. These squirrels, they be hopping up, baby. And sometimes they go fucking crazy and they flip out and throw all the food off. And I used to get upset, like, why? But, you know, I'm just like, fuck it. That's on you. We'll start fresh tomorrow. You know, maybe it won't fall out the food tray. But our higher selves are trying to guide us, right? And we're not being conscious of the signs that we're trying to give ourselves. And if our higher selves are trying to give us signs, who is that? That just shows you that we are God. Like, if there's something above us that's trying to help us and guide us, who is it? Who are we talking to? Who do we believe in? And you even got to have a certain belief. You just got to believe in yourself. And if you believe in yourself, you will understand that you are a fucking God. You are a goddess. And we got two sides of us, like a light and a dark, a feminine and a masculine. And sometimes we're stuck in one part. Could be the masculine, could be the fucking light, could be the dark, could be the feminine. But if you don't know yourself, then how are you gonna know how to balance yourself out? That's what balance. All right, creating harmony. Like, working together. The bad parts of us is not all bad. It may not be the prettiest, but you can mix it with some light to make it uniquely you in a way where it's beneficial, right? Like where we can properly express ourselves in a way where we're not judging others and we're not being judged. And even if that person judge you, that's all right, because they're just not happy with themselves. If someone judges the next person, that's because you're not happy with what you got going on, that you feel like you can just judge the next person. Who cares? Who cares what they do? Who cares what they say, what they wear? Like, who cares? If it doesn't personally affect your life, who cares? And if it does, you don't have boundaries in place with conditions. And if you don't have that, that means you're not speaking up for yourself. You're not standing up for yourself. Our elders that are here, we don't want to hurt their feelings. We don't want to, make them feel bad, because we do know they want the best for us. We truly do know that. But they did not have those tools. We got the tools because we want the change. I know we want the change. I want the change. I'm here with y'all, and I'm having kids. Y'all are having kids. Kids are, if you don't have kids, you want kids. If you don't want kids, I know you want to be a better you. I know you want your life to be better. I know you want to be happy. Are you happy? What will make you happy? And I know for one, standing up for your fucking self will make you happy. Looking at your life and accepting your life for what it was, so you can grow from that. Because whatever you went through as a child, that is why you are here, to make a change in that area, to stand up for yourself or do whatever you didn't do as a child. Because as a child, I did feel like it was unfair that being a child, I couldn't do what I wanted to do because I felt like my life was in the control of the adults above me. Now imagine how our kids are feeling if we're exposing them and putting them through the shit that we went through. They're just accepting what we're giving to them because they have no control. And they don't. As a kid, you're supposed to just have fun, see the beauty in life, learn yourself, express yourself, figure out yourself. That's what we're doing, figuring out ourselves still as fucking adults. We're figuring ourselves out. So imagine what our kids are trying to do. And if they're trying to figure themselves out and we're putting all these boundaries and conditions and limits on them, they're not going to figure themselves out because they're shaping themselves into who we want them to be, how we done shaped ourselves, who our parents want us to be. And that is programs that started up, that you're passing, that already started up, and that you're passing it down. No, we have to show our kids and accept our kids and love our kids unconditionally. And by us being different to our kids than how our parents were to us, is us showing our parents there is a different way of being. There's a different way of loving. There's a different way of accepting one another and not judging each other and letting people be who they want to be. When we speak up, we stop these programs from being passed down, and our kids see us speaking up, and our kids start speaking up, because we want our kids to go to school and stand up for themselves. I want to trust that my kids are going to go out there and they're not going to let someone bully them or just tell them what they have to do. Because we all have adults in our life that may say something and it's not right. But are you saying anything? No. So when you go to school, when our kids go to school and someone's getting fucking bullied, and say it's your child getting bullied, and your child may not feel like they can stand up for themselves, or your child may beat the hell out of them. But instead, we have someone that speaks up and just says, you need to step the fuck back and chill out. That's not how you treat people. They won't use those exact words, of course, but you know what I'm saying? When it takes more people speaking up, that one that's bullying and doing wrong, they not finna keep doing it. Just how us as a community, grown adults, it takes us speaking up as a collective. And when we speak up, they can't keep forcing us to do what they want us to do. When you go to these jobs, Everyone can, that, y'all, that used to get me, all right? When the boss wasn't around, we can all talk about it. And then when the boss came around, I used to get pissed because I was the only one. And what I used to do was speak up for other people. And I used to get upset because they wouldn't speak up for themselves. And I'm like, bitch, you said that. I didn't say that. Like, I said it for you, but you said that. So I was like, you know what? I can't speak up for people if they're not going to speak up for themselves. And that's a big one because at that time, I felt like I was fighting other people's battles and my battles. And by someone, say if it's your parent is always fighting your battles. Your parent is always doing something for you, always doing the shit that you feel like you need help with. How you gonna ever figure it out? How are you gonna ever do it if you always let your parent do it, but then you get mad if your parent starts talking shit to you about it? They're doing it. They have the right to say something. You're putting them in the mix up, and then you get mad at them because it wasn't done how you wanted it to be done, or whatever the case may be. But when you take your fucking power back, you start figuring shit out for yourself. You start figuring out what's appropriate for you, what's not appropriate for you. You won't get mad at the next person for doing something for you because you did it for your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes us speaking up. It takes us finding our own spirit, knowing who we are, what's right for us, because we're living our lives for us. And when you start living it for you, you're a better example of life to show to your kids. You're a better example to show to your kids because you know yourself so well that you're teaching your child to know themselves. And when you know yourself, no one can come in and gaslight you, manipulate you, take you off track of what your true intentions are. Baby, when I was in a relationship, I didn't even know about gaslighting, but I know about it now. You know what I'm saying? But they couldn't gaslight me. And a lot of times they will try to when you're in a relationship. Oh, that's you, that's you. And you know what's you. Don't take on nothing that ain't yours. And when you know your fucking spirit, no one can tell you about your fucking self. That's just period. So to create a different reality, we have to start creating a different personality because we become a new version of ourselves. And if we want something different than what was given to us, we can't be the same us that we were back then. We can't be the same us and hold on to the same shit that we did back then. I'll give you an example. When I got into my house and, you know, I'm a single mom, I personally loved hand washing dishes because that was my chore as a child. That's what I did. I was good at it. So every apartment, every apartment I got before I got my house, I hand washed my dishes, even if I had a dishwasher. When you become a single parent, dishes pile up real fucking quick. All right, they come and they go and they keep coming if you ain't cleaning them. So I couldn't keep up with them. And I used to get upset that I couldn't personally hand wash my dishes because that's what I like to do. But I had to become a different me because the reality that I created for myself was not the reality that I saw. So I had to adjust and change and adapt to what I did create and love myself for what I did create. And when I did start loving myself, then I started accepting that, okay, dishwasher not bad, you know, it's nice to upgrade. I had that old belief too. Where I get hand washer from? The people that programmed me, they hand wash. They didn't have dishwashers back then. They stuck to it. They like it. They still do it. I still do it too if I want to. But at the same time, I'm becoming a new me, adaptable and evolving and growing with our world and our society, which is technology. All right. Who are the ones that's struggling with technology? The older people. I will get into that too. You know, I have my ways, but we have to grow, right? We have to let go of these false beliefs. We got to do it in a way where it's positive, where we bring more light and balance, and we have fun with life too. We don't want to show our parents that to change, we have to be mean to each other. We got to say fuck off to you. We got to keep hurting to change to a better us. We don't want to show them that way. We want to show them I can change and still be a good person. I can change and still be happy. I can change and still love you unconditionally because I'm loving myself unconditionally by not accepting whatever you send my way. Our parents and our people, our family, they're going to love us regardless. That's why we do hurt each other, because we forgive each other, but we know it's only hurt. We know that hurt is the reason why they did what they did, right? But we're trying to teach them to not hurt no more and evolve and grow. And when you love someone unconditionally, that's showing them that. That's teaching them that, because you're not just ghosting them out your life. You're not just forcing them to be something that you want them to be. You're just loving yourself by putting boundaries up and doing what you can, but maybe keeping them in a distance, or I'll come back next month and talk to you, or I won't talk to you about that subject because I see that we are not good when we talk about that topic. But I want you to know that is me. That is who I choose to be. That is who I am going to be. And if you don't accept that, then you can make boundaries with conditions that's comfortable for you. That's how we do that. So when we stick up for ourselves and we speak up for ourselves, we're good. No one can take your happiness from you because you just created your own happiness within. And when you do that, you get that other person to either get in alignment with you, find their happiness with you, or get out of alignment with you and continue doing what they're doing. And if they want to continue doing what they're doing, they will find somebody else to do that with. So you don't have to worry about them, that they're going to be upset or that they're going to miss you or miss that fucking arguing and fighting and all that, because they're just going to find someone else. Every pie has a lid. But if you show them a better way of going about the process and growing in the process, then you grow together. You love each other unconditionally. You accept each other unconditionally, and we stop judging each other. All right? Let's speak up, spread some love, positivity. All right? Heal people. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys next episode. Love you.